Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome to more Surviving Mars in New Warsaw on our not quite maximum difficulty run, but let's be honest, for all intents and purposes, it basically is. And in the last video, we survived everything the planet could throw at me, all sorts of natural disasters. We also have discovered these automated factories are really good. I've got more electronics than I currently know what to do with. We can fix that, though. There are some things that would be useful to me. For example, maybe get myself a research lab, which, yes, consumes electronics, but I think that's fine. Totally gonna be worth it if it gets me a lot of extra science. We could also consider placing down an electronics store. Usually this is something you reserve for a late game, right? Because, you know, electronics are kind of expensive, but I've got a lot of them, and the reason it's great is 100 surface comfort is the best in the game. Nothing else is able to beat that. So anyone who needs to go shopping or do some gaming is going to find, hey, lo and behold, I'm a lot happier all of a sudden. Comfort rating jumps. And comfort rating is very relevant to me right now. Why? Because we're about to hit the next big bottleneck of the early game. Our replacement birth rate. Right now we have 4 seniors. These seniors are useless to me and provide absolutely nothing, which is a problem we'll deal with in a little bit. But right now we do have more Martian-born than Earth-born. That implies to me that yes, we are going to have a positive birth rate, but we could make it better. And the higher our comfort rating, including from things like an electronics store, the better for us. So if we can get this to jump up from 75 to, let's say, 85 or something along those lines, well now, is that worth spending the electronics? I think the answer is probably going to be yes. So we'll see what comes out of all of that. In the meantime, what are we going to do about said seniors? Well, as I said, the seniors are useless to me. They're going to suck up all my food, my oxygen, my water. They're going to take up my living space, and they add absolutely no value. None whatsoever. Unless you have a very specific tech, which we might find later on, I don't know. But for now, we're not going to have that. So, do you really want to have seniors in your colony? No, you really don't. So the only option is to send them to a very special dome somewhere off in a corner, preferably behind a rocket where ideally no one can see what's about to happen. Not that that actually matters, really. That's more for RP purposes than anything else. By the way, let's turn off the subsurface heater. We don't need it anymore. There we go. Thank you very much. Let's get this sucker built up. Oh, good. Another dust storm on the way. Perfect. All the more cover to hide my shame. And in the meantime, maybe we can go ahead and do a quick little breakthrough check over here with Project Pharaoh. We have just to use an RC Explorer and some fuel. Why not? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and send the rocket off. And we'll just see if we can find some new tech, all right? Breakthroughs are fun. We all like breakthroughs. A party? My attention is required for a party. All right. Who gave you permission? Smile and wave, then let them have their way. The secret booze stashes in this locker. How unprofessional. Let me show you how to dance. What? There's nothing wrong with having a little party. I'm gonna be cool for once. Let me show you how to do it right. 15 comfort. Oh my gosh, a lot of people are about to have babies. You can make the connections from there if you want to as to how this party turned out. Look at that comfort rating! 94! Beautiful. We got our breakthrough. Alien imprints. Well, hello. That's really good, right? Uncover new anomalies, alien artifacts which provide a tech cost reduction to all fields when scanned. Jeezums, yes. I want that, then I want to get low-G engineering. We're not ready for a medium dome yet, but we will be soon, and I want to be prepared for that. Holy crud, that's going to be great for us. Speaking of domes, something that I have not done in the last couple of videos, because let's be honest, I did forget, but we're going to fix it now. We always have a habit of renaming our domes in my series, because we like to go, give a little bit of a shout out to some of my patrons on Patreon and make them feel very special about themselves. So we're going to rename this one. And the winner of the draw today is Rashura. Thank you very much for your support. Speaking of other domes, this one is now built as well. Now this one we don't name after patrons, because we have another tradition for this one. This one is called the Bangle Fields. The Bangle Fields is basically the farm or the ranch. You know, when people have an old dog or something, it's like, oh, where did FIFO go? FIFO went to the farm, son. We sent him off with a good farmer. What does that make you think, right? What does that mean to you? If it makes you think that maybe Fido is dead, that's exactly what we're going to do here in the Bangle Fields, but for our seniors. Is that horrible and evil in every possible way? Absolutely, but you know what was even more evil? Sucking up all of my stuff and thinking you could have a retirement, you selfish little booger. Now, I'm not a complete monster, all right? I'll happily give these guys some, nice, peaceful gardens and stuff like that. We'll get this built over here. But we're going to send all of our seniors to just go and live, you know, quarantined away from the productive citizens who, you know, decided not to get old because they're so much more thoughtful. Okay, this seems good enough at the moment, so we'll go ahead and work with this. Oh, but wait, you haven't set up the life support over here. Yeah, if you haven't figured that out, that is the entire point, okay? There's not gonna be any life support. Filter by traits. Seniors must live here, but no one else under any circumstances will be allowed, all right? And over in Rashura, all seniors are banished, okay? We have a beautiful new home for you, a luxury resort of sorts. And then off they go, running off in this direction. You know, there's a storm on the way, so I mean, in a minute or so, like, they won't be able to transfer, and that's gonna get annoying, but there they go. Oh, there's no oxygen, we can't breathe! Bye, Grandpa. This is going to go ahead and free up a bunch of housing spaces for us and just reduce my consumption on all these other important things that I don't feel like giving away, you know? I mean, what am I? Some sort of a socialist? You're entitled to anything just because you reached a ripe old age? Pfft, you didn't do that. You just sat around and got old. You didn't accomplish nothing. I don't owe you a dang thing. Oh no, a colonist has died. Oh, what a hero. Yeah, thank you, fellow colonists. That's not going to be the last one. There's going to be more. Oh, starvation. Yep, I'm aware. This is all according to plan. What do you mean it's according to plan? I promise it's according to plan. Hey, 9 new anomalies just popped up everywhere. There are a handful all over the place. Cool, we can get some of these. Let's go and reduce my tech cost for all categories. This seems really good. Oh gosh, dang it. Why is a random meteor about to... Well, there goes a whole load of my power during a great dust storm. That's beautimous. Thanks, guys. Anyway, first anomaly research, what does that do? It reduces the cost by not a lot, 3%. So just reduce it by 3%. Okay, fair enough. So if we scan all of these things, all 9 that we know of, we'll get a 27% cost reduction for all remaining techs in the game. I mean, that's still really good. I'm not gonna complain. And now an actual meteor shower's on the way too. Oh good, thank you. Anyway, we've nearly purged all of the existing seniors. We're just gonna have to keep doing this for the rest of the game, at least until later. Oh, our mission is in jeopardy! No, we're fine. Look, at some point, if I can find myself so stable that I don't mind having the, you know, the seniors anyway, I'll happily remove the Bangle fields, all right? This doesn't have to be here forever. It's just in the early game when things are more critical, like, I can't really afford to keep them. That's just the way of things, all right? It's even better if you can get the breakthrough called Soylent's Green, where you actually get to turn their dead bodies into food and eat them, reprocessed. That's a little bit freaky and gross, but very efficient. Now, the thing that's scary about all this, of course, is you see your population's going down quite a lot, right? We were at to like 28, now we're down to 23. It's fine, though. It's gonna be okay. This is just how it is. Remember that a big chunk of them weren't being productive anyway. We have jumped up to 96 comfort rating. That is a lot. I'm gonna pull back a little bit on the electronics, as I think we're gonna consume more than we absolutely need to right now, but that's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. And we're out of water. We just got to survive for like 5 more hours, okay? Not a big deal. Here comes a meteor storm, by the way. Really hope it doesn't target me directly, because that'll be GG most likely. Here we go. Let's find out. Where's hell gonna rain down? Over here? Good. Stay there. New anomaly discovered. That looks like a breakthrough. Woo, let's see what we get. Global support. Unlock the unique building and RC vehicle of a random sponsor, repeatable. Really? I can unlock everybody's unique buildings and special vehicles. Huh. I don't really know of any that I think would make a big difference, so I don't know that this is still a very high priority, but that's certainly interesting, ain't it? And a gosh dang cold wave's on the way now. Of course it is, why wouldn't it be? Fine. Hey, we finished getting a ramp over here. That means that now we can go for some more anomalies. And actually, we finished this one too. Oh, good. Okay, so I actually have access to the entire map at this point. Well, that's great. I kind of regret the placement of this automated factory here, by the way. It's going to get in the way of the dome if I want to get double vistas again, which I do. We can take a look at that, actually. Hang on, double medium dome here. Yeah, like it needs to go, like, right over here. Ooh, this is going to actually be a pretty tight fit regardless, ain't it? Oh, medium dome might be slightly too big. What if we did something like up over here instead, though? Only one vista sucks, but I mean, like, it's still decent. I guess we're kind of at a point where I could live with that. Well, I wanted to have a medium over here, but I don't want to take down, like, my moisture vaporators and stuff like that. That would suck. That said, I don't know. It would be kind of nice. The thing is, with the Rebel Yell modifier, it's generally still better to stick with small domes in the early game for a while anyway. The reason for that being, once you get to a certain population in your dome, I think it's like 30 or above, you're almost certainly going to have some renegades start to become a problem. So the solution is to have nothing but small population domes, a lot of them. That said, it's obviously not the easiest in terms of, like, spacing or resource efficiency, so you have to make a trade-off. End of an age. That's all of the founders gone. No more Earthborn. And at the end of the day, with all of them gone, we've gotten up to 19 population. So, we started with 12, and when they're all gone, we have 19. This implies to me that from here on out, we should have a nice, steady population growth, in theory. I'm going to send 30 of my rare metals back to Earth. Time to finally get some gosh dang income again. But notice with only 19 population, I can't quite work all of my jobs anymore. We have gone down by a lot. It's unfortunate. But this is a normal part of the process. Nothing to be worried about, just the last big growing cramp. From here on out, this should be, I won't say smooth sailing, but decent. Now, as far as what I'm researching right now, you'll notice I'm going from Martian-born adaptability because I have researched the Martian education for university, so we could start working toward some specialists, which would be nice. And then you get this, so they graduate even faster, and also sanatoriums are great, and more perks can come from schools. Basically, though, we're getting ready to move on to the next big stage of the game, and that's going to come once I have my next dome. We're probably going to either reconvert this Rashura Dome or the new one into an education center, right? So it's going to be a place where we have a lot of our basic needs being met, sure, no problem, but we have a university and we have a school set up. Children and anyone who needs to learn something get sent over here. And once we start having specialists, oh, that's when we get to start having some real fun. I also really want to research Martian-born strength. No sanity damage from disasters. From here on out, we're going to have nothing but Martian-born colonists, and I love them to not lose any sanity every time we have natural disasters, because there's going to be a lot of them. Low sanity is only ever a bad thing, right? So the less we have of that, the better. Comfort rating's at 96, by the way. 96. That seems pretty good. I honestly would expect more babies considering that, but alright. Food fight. 2 of the largest fast food chains have filed simultaneous requests to serve the colonists. Would you like a diet soda with your triple burger for free? You have to eat and supposedly enjoy the branded meals. Wick Ronald's. Right, food import. Well, I can't import food, so this is completely useless on this difficulty. Free construction? No. Food service buildings will always grant more comforts. We will always be bio and organic. Hooray! I mean, that can only be good for me, right? Nothing bad comes out of that. Slightly higher service comfort than I'm used to from both the grocer and from the diner. Nice. And it's true, because the rules I have imposed upon myself, I literally cannot ever import food, and it will always be bio and organic. So there you go. And that is the last of the concrete over here. Okay, so this area is finally done, which actually means we can flatten this area out and create some more space. One of the reasons I would rather have a medium dome right here is it'd be very easy to use as a hub and just have lots of branching domes off of here and still get vistas, right? Place it right here, get another thing over here, that's another dome here, maybe another one over here so you can get the metals, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of good stuff we could do there. So I'd really rather place this medium. I wish there was a good way of, like, packing up the moisture vaporator, though. I feel like that's a breakthrough, right? You can just, like, pack up buildings and move them elsewhere. Or maybe it's like a really endgame terraforming technology. I think that actually might be the case, too. Either way, point is, I can't do it. Either way, we're about to get a paycheck on Earth, $660 million. It's not a lot, is it? No, it is not. Could grab a couple more of these moisture vaporators. We have enough money to do that. And again, this is still the most practical way to make money. So I'm kind of okay with that. I'm also running surprisingly low on drones. But I don't feel like I need to buy drones when you can just buy a drone hub. And it comes with a good amount of drones where it actually ends up being more cost effective just to do that. So we skip that one. Anything else I care about here? Not really. I don't need any more transports. I don't care about a safari. Let's just go ahead and take these, come back home. We can always pick up some more rare metals and send them back to Earth if I need some more funding. This at least is something. Honestly, as I'm thinking about it, is it really such a big deal if I choose to just go ahead and have only one vista? I know we're this close, and that 10 extra comfort, it feels bad that I'm not going to pick it up, but is it really that big a deal? Not really. I think it's probably okay. Let's go ahead and start the construction project here then. Do I absolutely need this right now? No, but what is it going to do is it's going to give me a lot of extra space to go ahead and start moving my population and specialize some of these domes a little bit more. Worry about getting some schools, blah, blah, blah. All of that is going to be helpful. Gosh dang it, RC Explorer. You went and got yourself hurt, didn't ya? Ah, run, transport! There's a dust devil! I do think we're a little low on concrete, considering where we are right now. And that does concern me a little bit. We could go set up some concrete deposits and stuff over here, and that's probably the way to go. It's just not going to be in range of my drone commander, but that's probably fine. New anomaly. Found signs of native life. Wow, mineral cluster found preserved remains of microscopic life forms. Team is ecstatic. Oh, if only 50 more applicants could do a dang thing for me. I'll just take the money, I guess. And up goes the dome. Beautiful. What are we going to name this one? Well, let me see. Do a quick poll, and the winner is Keelsoul. I believe you're relatively new. Welcome. Thank you for your support, and enjoy the glorious new medium dome. Okay, and of course we want to change the skin so that this thing kind of matches with the others. Beautimous. All right, so there's a lot of planning that needs to get done here. Let me think. First off, we want to be placing down some tunnels or connections, passageways, that's what they're called in this. All right. So we could set you up to be kind of like this. Yeah, but if we're gonna do things like that, it is generally best to have room for like a ramp over the top. That said, I don't see an easy way for me to do that. At least with the way things are currently set up, that sucks. Because the ramps themselves are actually kind of big, right? So, like, they have to go over something like this. It's a bit awkward, honestly. But something like this would work just fine. Yeah, sure, we'll do this. New breakthrough discovered. Inspiring architecture. Colonists and domes of the spire have increased morale. Well, that's interesting. Huh, okay. I can build spires. Actually, one thing that could be helpful is to get the medical center set up. Then also pair that with the holographic scanning and boost up our birth rate even further. I could see that being pretty good for us. What are some of these other ones I've never seen before? Mega apartment? Okay. Diner spires? School spire? Yeah, all kind of cool. All right. Gosh dang it, another cold wave approaching. Not the best timing, but okay. That's fine. The dome's currently off while I get a lot of things set up. And there's a bunch of things we're going to need. First off, I'm going to get a big, proper machine parts factory. We'll get rid of the small ones over here. Get a Hawking Institute so we can have a proper research lab. We'll get a farm here for the comfort. There's other things I will move over here. Like most of our services, and also a security station, since the population will likely get higher here. Then I can dismantle a lot of the stuff in here and focus on just getting things like a school, enough housing, and then go ahead and get things like a sanatorium and a university all set up in here, and that should be fine. And unfortunately, this subsurface heater is not large enough to cover the area that I want. So we're not going to be able to protect the medium dome with the way this is currently set up. I have to get another one. Ah, drat. Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out now. It's fine. If we place it over here, I'll be able to stand the range. Should be able to capture this, plus things like the fuel refinery so it doesn't cost as much. Plus, maybe if we set up another dome in this area, depending on where we place it, it can capture stuff over here too. So it's not a big deal. It's just not optimal. Maybe another moisture vaporator over here wouldn't be a bad idea either. Just so we're able to produce even more water to make up for it, and that also will be in range of the subsurface heater. And here goes the cold wave. I forgot to turn this on. Let's do that now. There we go, and I've already broken some water. It's fine. Okay, so we seem to be doing okay on power. Looking fine. Everything's still going to get built. Let's go ahead and get those automation upgrades and stuff. That still makes sense. We should have enough water production to be completely fine. As long as our power's looking good, we're going to be fine with this cold wave. No big deal. Looks like we're just about to finish with the Martian-born strength, which not a moment too soon, because we were having some pretty bad sanity issues. Speaking of which, sanity breakdown, wonderful timing. Okay, colonist has gone mad. Machines! Ah! We can't afford to lose the hub, or forget the building, save the colonists. Save the... good. So, you destroyed a building, huh? Yeah, thanks for destroying my only drone hub. Well, not the only one, but my primary drone hub. Good thing I have a second one over here. Gosh dang you. Well, the good news is that shouldn't happen again. All right, let's go ahead and start working on things like some of these spires. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a fair bit of money bringing back some metals and some concrete. I know that sounds crazy, but we don't have a metal source still. They're all down here. And our concrete's not been looking great either, and I'm just kind of looking at the writing on the wall and thinking, this could become a problem pretty quick. Okay, with that disaster passed, let's go ahead and get this thing back and repaired, and we can go ahead and begin the mass migration. I'm very concerned about our lack of concrete, though. This is going to become a pretty big issue. We can survive with it as it is right now, but it's not convenient, let's say that. Oh my gosh, and now here comes a dust storm. Come on, give me a minute to freaking work, dang it. Right, anyway, the point being, we have a lot of things we need to do here as far as micromanagement. I have to get things like some batteries just so we can keep these things running. I'm going to have to move back and forth with my RC commander just trying to manage all the resources and then use my transport to gather and bring things back. It's just very inconvenient. Very, very inconvenient. School is built. Not that we have a lot of kids right now, only 2. It's not much. Still, what traits do we want to teach people? I guess, nerd is okay. Sanity, performance boost when at a high morale? Sure. Higher individual base morale, and survivor. I guess we could make this into kind of like a religious school, right? Get high morale and then just kind of build on that. And now the university is up and running too. Okay, so, with this... we could do a few different things. What we need are botanists, engineers, and so on. Scientists would be very nice to have. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to say, what do I want to start with? Probably the scientists, believe it or not. Because I feel like we're going to need a lot more science if we want to continue chunking down the stuff we're going to need and have a chance at survival. So if somebody is maybe, like, looking for a job, there you go. Go get trained up at the university, dang it. Some more funding from Earth, good. Do we want to go ahead and do the same thing? Mostly buy metals, to be honest. I am very concerned about our ability to keep on top of metals, if I'm honest. Oh boy. What I would hate to do, and I might have no choice, is to set up an outpost dome in a place like this just so I can have miners working in these 3 locations non-stop. If we're gonna do that, we could, but... it will be a lot easier if I have the shuttle tech, or, of course, we could make use of trains. That is also an option. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and turn the Martian University to auto. I know, we could do, like, specifically scientists, but honestly, there's something to be said about having literally anything. So I'm just going to say, sure, go ahead. Let's let the whole career AI mod do its thing. It's supposed to be a bit more intelligent on how it assigns specializations and where people will automatically change up their jobs in order to try to be as efficient as possible. That said, we also have kind of a few too many people getting specialized right now. I'm a little concerned about that. Well, maybe, I don't know. Next graduate, it's going fairly fast. It is a good thing that we did pick up the Martian-born adaptability before we went down this route, so that I would be able to have people graduate a lot faster. And there we go. See, we already have our first round of engineers. Okay, some people who are actually very specialized in working in these areas, boosting up my production by a lot. Machine parts are now up to 5.5 per soul. Beautiful. That is the kind of thing that we are looking for. And comfort rating is currently sitting at 96. I mean, that feels really good if you were to ask me. I'd go ahead and say that our birth rate should be pretty high. I'm surprised it's not doing better, if I'm honest. But hey, with the holographic scanners and stuff like that, I don't know, maybe. Why does the holographic scanner help? I don't know. I mean, I think it just makes it more real for some people. Tell you what, when I was going to have my kid, it was a very surreal experience being able to see the scans of my my kid in the womb. And now we actually have him here. For those who don't know, by the way, I did become a father about 7 months ago. That did happen, which is pretty exciting for me. So, I mean, like, yeah, It was pretty cool. All right, meteor storm. Right, where's it gonna be? Where's the meteors raining from above? Way down over here. Oh! I thought maybe there was my rover over here. I think there is actually somewhere. But we did actually just get a free anomaly of science, so we should wait for this to pass and then go get it. I do still really want to get that sanatorium together. I feel like this could be very nice to put inside of the educational dome. Anybody who has some bizarre quirks, we will help unlearn those and then retrain you. That is my mission if we can pull it off. Population's grown up to 24. Every single birth right now is helpful, but look at this, we're down to 3 more seniors. Once again, I'm still having a hard time keeping up. Yeah. We're not out of the woods yet. This is still very much going to be a slog. We're doing okay for ourselves, but it's going to be tough. Definitely starting to see some extra kids coming in, though. We're now up to 4 children. That means we've had a fair number of extra births. Okay, good. Why is no one moving over to... No one is moving over to the Bangle fields. You guys trying to escape your fate? Is that what's going on? Oh, they're escaping me because this is out of reach of the medium dome. They won't run this far because we don't have a train network set up. Art thou serious? Oh, this is going to take a lot of extra work, isn't it? Okay, hang on. Move all the seniors over here real quick. There we go. I just had to transfer them from the medium dome over to the small one. Now they'll run over here, and then they will they will very pleasantly throw themselves into the abyss. Thank you. There's the sanatorium. Okay, so we'll get that spire set up next, which should not take terribly long, and then we'll probably have to call it here. I'm still not feeling amazing about our situation. Population is very slowly growing, though. There it is. All right, and what traits do I really want to get rid of? I mean, what do we really have? I'd love to get rid of things like alcoholic and gambler. I'm not going to meet these needs, so getting rid of that's great. Do we even have any gluttons? Is that like a thing? Gambler, loner, Martian-born, nerd. I mean, we could get rid of the nerd. No, I'm just kidding. That's not right. Workaholic, gambler, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what else do we have here, really? Let's tell you what, we'll get rid of these 2 specifically, and then this will be just to get rid of any other shifts that people have for reasons. I don't really care. The point is, we're getting rid of some of this nasty stuff. Right, this guy is a glutton. What do you know? Double rations. Yeah, we don't like that. So, okay, this should help a little bit. We're going to start educating and specializing a workforce. We have, in theory, a birth rate starting to pick up. I'm a little concerned about the job openings in places like diners and stuff because we're going to have a lot of specialized workers and no non-specialized workers. That could become a problem, but we are at least producing a decent amount of other resources, so I'd say overall we're looking good. The new thing that scares me, besides the birth rate issues we're already having, metals. For real, if we do not keep up with metals, we are going to be in trouble. I can continue mining rare metals, but that's only going to last for so long. At some point, we need a better solution, and we need a couple thousand metals over here to get into my pocket. But that is a large infrastructure effort. For now, I'm not there. We have to survive just on exports and imports from Earth. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.